Okay, we live, man. We finally here. Finally got it. Okay, we got my guy, longtime friend. We got my boy B from Burst Solutions, aka Open Eyes. You know what I mean? Crypto genius.
Trying to get there, trying to get there.
For sure. Uh,
Peace though, man. Peace, bro. Thanks for having me on and shit. Peace and
oh yeah, you
prosperity.
already know. Already know. Peace back to you, brother. Um, well, before we get straight into it, just give the audience your background and when and how you got into crypto.
Okay. Well, I actually got into the space, put my first dollars in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Uh Prior to that, I said about a year or two prior to that is when my kind of my entrepreneur spirit started kicking in. And I started just getting more into investing in general. So I had like 2015 and 2016, I started investing in stocks and precious metals and was just really educating myself, when it comes to those two asset classes. And um,
Where did you hear about the metals you know what I mean?
um, also, okay, and around 2015, I also got into some estate planning and trustee training,
Mm-hmm.
and that's that just deals with like being able to what term am I looking for? Being able to maintain a family estate, how to build one, things like that.
Right.
So a lot
Okay.
of a lot of the base in that was having tangible, solid assets. So learning about real estate, learning about precious metals. So
Right.
I was pretty much just getting into those things, trying to get some traction. Was
Mm-hmm.
still more of a student, and then I started to hear more and more about Bitcoin. I had already previously heard about it, but it was really getting. If you were in any kind of investing world, you would hear about it a lot, and so that's what initially got me in.
So as far as you heard about it in 2015, right?
Yeah. I at least heard about it like by then. What I'm saying? Was familiar, but didn't
Yeah.
do didn't do any real homework. So
See, that was man. See, that I always kick myself in the ass with both feet because like I said, I started in 2009 and I
man,
had it. And I
Bitcoin
remember that shit
spotting.
saying you earn one Bitcoin. And I just looked and was like, okay, so
So
what
that
the
shit,
fuck is next? You know what I'm
that
saying?
shit was probably worth 0.0000001
You
of
feel
a
what I'm
penny.
saying? Because the app they gave me was like, it looked like some LimeWire type shit. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
like if anybody familiar with Kaza, um, it looked like that when it was mining. You know what I'm saying? You seen a lot of people
Hmm.
mining shit, and that shit took like a month to do, like 3 weeks to a month to mine one. So I hit dude up. Dude was like, shit, I like, what the fuck I supposed to do with this? He was like, I don't know. Keep it. All right, man. Hell no. This big ass file, fuck no. So I deleted
Yeah.
that shit. And lo and
I,
behold, goddamn 11 years later, I got
man.
$20,000 that's sitting out in space somewhere.
Oh yeah. And
Can't get that
a
shit.
quick side note, a lot of people don't know, it's like over a million of them that's like just can't be recovered.
For real?
Like see it. So like the total Bitcoin amount is 21 million, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a couple million is just, man, just
It's
lost.
just out in space.
Yeah, just because people didn't know how to maintain the storage, losing passwords, things like that.
Damn, I'm one of them people then. So it's
Yeah,
that's
you're a statistic.
yeah, hell yeah, I'm statistic of the goddamn thing. So what was it like? Okay, so when you started investing, like what was the time, like what happened to the point where you was like, man, I gotta take this shit serious now. Like this is real life. Like, you know what I'm saying? What news
Yeah.
flash kind of happened? Like, as time going now, like we see shit like PayPal starting to accept Bitcoin. goddamn Pornhub accept Bitcoin.
Yeah, yeah.
Goddamn, you know what I mean? Like all these companies is just like accepting Bitcoin.
Man,
Even real estate,
a lot of
people
folks
building
don't
houses
know.
with Bitcoin.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know under the radar, a couple states let you pay your taxes with Bitcoin. When I,
What?
yeah, Ohio's one of them. I can't remember what else, but once I saw that, this was maybe like 2 years ago. Once I saw
What?
that, man, I already knew like it's not going nowhere. The IRS is not taking funds
Right.
if it's not, but you know what I'm saying, and they know what's
Yeah.
going on with the money. So
Damn. I ain't know nothing about that. Like that's crazy. That's my first time hearing that.
yeah, man.
So
But
what would
yeah,
oh go ahead.
I would say, all right, so it's around 2017,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm doing a little homework, and I start hearing more about Ethereum.
Mm-hmm.
So for those that don't know, Ethereum is the second biggest cryptocurrency. Um, so I started hearing about Ethereum. So I'm hearing Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ethereum is around, I say around, it's probably around $20 to $25 at this point. So yeah, man.
That's a
So
lick. They about 500 right now.
yeah.
Woo.
So so I put my first couple dollars in through Coinbase. That's the that's the largest, I guess, trusted platform in the
Buy
U.S.
crypto. Yeah, for the
Yeah,
people who don't know, the beginners, Coinbase is something. It is like the I don't want to say it's the best app to get in on, but it kind of like that's the first app I got in on was
yeah,
Coinbase and started looking at crypto, buying crypto and stuff. Because you can't look at crypto on eTrader, can you?
nah,
Yeah,
unless they
so
had some updates or something, but nah.
right, like Coinbase, you can look at most majority of the crypto coins, and the only thing
Majority of the top ones,
majority of the
it's like
top ones,
1,000. It's like over 1,000 coins,
correct.
and again, like you said, Coinbase it's I don't use it personally at this point. I don't need to so
Mhm.
much, but it's not bad to use for an entryway. You know what I'm saying? When you just getting
Right.
started trying to learn, get familiar with things. So
I'm still using it like right now, if of course, because I'm just now like starting to take it serious myself. But because I had back in 2018, I joined Robinhood because one of my partners put me onto that.
mhm.
Young Quest, that's his name. He put me on it and was like, just check it out. So I joined and I started seeing stuff like over time at the time they only had Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. And I think they had XRP. They may have had Ripple. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
It's a smaller coin for y'all who
Yeah,
don't know. And she was like probably like 2 cents at the time, 3 cents, some shit
mhm.
like that. Now it's like what up to 50 cent, 59 cent right now.
Yeah. And see,
So
you seen that happen. You know what I'm saying? In real time, but it's hard to explain that to people on the outside looking in, unless you
true,
come
true.
in and at least get familiar. If I
Mhm.
tell you you could 10x your money, you know what I'm saying? If
Right.
you get the right plays, but it's not guaranteed. But you just name something at 25x. Ripple actually shot up close to 80 cents. So that's 40x
Yeah. So
before
see,
it
that should
pulled
make it
back.
hard for me to want to go get a PlayStation 5 when you know shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because like PlayStation 5, or should I go ahead and spend a good 400, 500 on this? Because
Mhm.
in a month or two, shit,
You'll be able to
Bitcoin
buy two PlayStation 5s. You feel me? If
two,
you, you
shit,
know what
about
I'm
five of them bitches for
saying?
real, for real, for real. But yeah, that is real. It's real in the
Yeah,
field with that.
man. But yeah, man, what really made me dive in, like I said, I got into Coinbase,
Mhm.
got my first bit of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and like I said, studying, being a student of like just estate planning and always promoting um, autonomy as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? Especially financially,
Right,
not being dependent upon banks. I'm not saying don't use them, but things like that. So I'm
right,
messing with the crypto, and I just see how how much control I have over my own funds at any given minute, 24 hours, 7 days a week.
right, right.
And yeah, that's the first thing that really made me say, damn, like this is gonna change the way we use money. You know what I'm saying? So that, of course, then I seen Ethereum double and triple in price in a short span of time after I bought it. So I'm
let me pause you real quick, because it's funny you said bank, because like when I seen Wells Fargo was like dropping a lot of banks and stuff at the time. They were closing down a lot of banks, and then people were saying they was getting their money stole.
you know,
I had always complained. I'm like, bro, I don't know where my money going, but I feel like I'm losing money with Wells Fargo. Real talk. It seemed like it was either that or I'm just getting overcharged $35,
now
$35.
they dig in your pocket, man. You gotta, they got so many like checkpoints and things you gotta maintain and little
Right.
stuff in the small print. They be taking dollars from you every chance they get.
Exactly. So that right there, that was kind of a turning point for me, where I'm just like, that was around the time when I first got into Robinhood, because I'm like, I don't really like what's going on with these banks. And then,
Yeah.
them years ago when Bitcoin just like really like like kind of like took off, and then it kind of merged in with Robinhood and all that. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna have to. I see where it's going with it, with the U.S. dollar and stuff like that too. And I remember what were we talking about the other day about how you were saying in Venezuela, where you was like they don't even use dollars no more. So
it's not that they don't use, it's just the dollar is literally damn near worthless. Like you wipe your ass with that shit, you know what I'm saying? like you gotta have so many of them to buy anything substantial, you feel me?
Word. Yeah. And it said Iran, they got their own global currency too, where it's backed by ain't that backed by the oil and shit over there?
I'm pretty sure yep. I think that's
Yeah.
what it is.
So that's really what, you know what I'm saying? Kind of
Mhm.
had me just looking the other way with it. But what make you think it's like so hard to get other people to like get turned on it? You know what I'm saying? Like to get put on it.
Um, it's a couple things, man. First, I'll definitely say fear. You know what I'm saying? Fear of what you don't know. Um, everybody think, especially
Oh, your mic went out. Your mic went out. Yep, you good now.
um, so being there was so much money being made in the space, that brings scammers. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna bring people trying to take advantage of people. It's a new space. People
Yeah.
don't really know what's going on. So there was a lot of that going on, especially when I first got in. Um, and the news make sure that they highlight that stuff to
Over
keep
the positive.
exactly. So
Hey, wasn't it a dude who gave somebody like some Chuck E. Cheese tokens or some shit like that, talking about these some Bitcoin, and like took their money for like a hundred stacks or some
oh
shit like
man,
that?
I ain't hear about that.
Oh, for real.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it, man.
Hey,
Like
I gotta find it real quick. It was a real shit. It was the funniest shit. I think they
yeah,
arrested his ass though.
these folks creative, man. And just a real quick security tip. Don't ever share out your private keys. So if anything saying, oh, we need your private keys to send you some money, it's automatically a scam. So that's
Word.
just weird. That's one way they be fishing for noobs, people who don't know what they're doing. Like, oh, you won a prize, send me your private key, and we'll send you half a Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? So that's an automatic scam.
Damn.
That's a common one.
Oh.
So, but yeah, fear. You know, people fearful, man. Fearful of what they don't know.
Right.
Uh, a lot of folks, a lot of us don't like to educate ourselves. Take the time to read. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
that's
on top of
that's the
that,
issue.
yeah, on top of that, a lack of discipline. So you can kind of mesh those together. Like, man, I hate this, especially now, man. Niggas don't like to read. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to sit down and take some time to really learn something, or either take some time going through to experience it. People don't want to do it. They want microwave money. So
Mm.
I think
Okay,
that's
yeah,
what
that
it is for
let
the
me
most
see.
part.
Let me see that was fake news. Oh, actually, no, it wasn't fake news. His name was Marlon Jensen.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Marlon Jensen, and they said he was selling altered Chuck E. Cheese tokens as bitcoins. Or a report claims that he raked in 1.1 million with the scam.
Oh my goodness. And see, that's like I said, folks creative, man. And if you're not at least kind of familiar with what's going on,
Yeah,
that's why I made that course, man. Like that course, at least
I'm glad
I
you
don't
brought
go
that up.
down. Yeah, I don't go down any rabbit holes. I keep it real basic, just so folks can at least understand the lingo and get a couple resources. You know what I'm saying? Then they can go from there. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy that right after this thing too. By the way, I had got some money sent my cash app, so what we was talking about yesterday. I'm gonna make sure that happened.
yeah,
So
appreciate the support. Appreciate the support.
no problem, no problem. So as people always ask me, because I always try to tell them about Bitcoin for real or just crypto in general. What's like some of the biggest gains and the biggest losses you've taken while playing around in the market?
Oh man, 2017 was a roller coaster. That was the year Bitcoin hit its all-time high. It pretty much tipped right at 20K.
Mm-hmm.
When I got in, Bitcoin it was it may have been around 1,500. Don't quote me on that, but it was somewhere in that range. And like I said, Ethereum was at first around in that $20 to $50 range. So
That's a lick, boy. That's a
yeah,
lick for
so
real.
between those lows and it shooting up to its all-time highs, Ethereum's all-time high was like 1,400,
Mm-hmm.
around 14, 1,500. So between that, just picture those bottoms and those tops in your mind. This happened within the span of a year.
Right.
So yeah, like a year or two. So between that, it's so much money grabbing going on, so much scamming. But on the flip side of that, it's people becoming millionaires, man. I was looking at an article a couple of days ago. They say Bitcoin has created like 17,000 millionaires. You know what I'm
God
saying?
damn, that's a lot of millionaires.
Yeah, and that's like just on record, however they,
Was
calculate
that in
it.
a year or was that just over time?
That was over time. It was over
Okay,
time.
okay.
So
Because I know the thing about if you're into finances and stuff like that, I think the category that has the most millionaires is real estate, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, yeah.
So but
So yeah, biggest losses, biggest wins for me. I'm trying to remember the name of a couple of these platforms or coins.
mm,
Um, there there was a collection of like what would you call these? They're high yielding investment programs is what you would typically call these. This
mhm.
is where a lot of people lost money. I actually got out at a good time, but so I've made no, I'm trying to segment a specific, you know what I'm saying, every point in time.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean, you could just go over your whole crypto career.
yeah,
What would you say in your whole since you've been doing it? Like the amount you probably won and the amount you probably lost. Now I ain't gonna say won because you earned it.
yeah. Um, all right, I'll say this in 2017 at the peak of the bull market. So this is when Bitcoin was around, when it pretty much hit 20K. I
Mhm.
had around 18,000. I had around $18,000 worth of cryptocurrency. Like most of it was Bitcoin and Ethereum. And the mistake I made, this was me being newer to the space, before the whole market corrected, I didn't get out of all these speculative coins. You know what I'm saying? I should have put everything into Bitcoin and Ethereum. So
so you was putting money like kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
Not really knowing what you was doing for real, but and
Yeah,
that's, you know, I made the same mistake.
It's crazy.
I made the same mistake, but actually it wasn't a mistake because when I first started, like I said, Bitcoin was kind of joining Robinhood. I put money in Bitcoin, but I put money in XRP at the time. XRP wasn't doing shit, so I was like, well, let me just take I had about $200 in XRP, which ain't a lot, but for somebody who don't know what's going on, that's a lot of money. I don't know what the fuck going on.
But shit, if it's 2 cents and it go to 50 cents, you know what I mean?
Feel what I'm saying? So, long story short, we see what Ripple doing today, and at the time, it was just kind of losing, losing. And I'm more focused on that, not playing really the long game. Because when I talk to people about, you know, where we come from, we don't really know much about stocks and investing and like that. We always thinking, Black people in general, we're normally thinking short term. We're never thinking long term. You know what I'm saying? So I had took my money out of that shit just trying to make a quick dollar. And soon I quickly realized that you're never gonna win. You're not gonna be a millionaire. You're not gonna be 100,000 there. Well, you could be if you got the right sources, but you're just not gonna do it playing a short term game. Like, you got to be in this for the long haul. You got to know the moves to make. You got to know what coin is being backed by what. What's gonna happen with altcoins whenever Bitcoin tank, whenever it you know what I mean, ship up, all that. So like, if you don't know none of that, then you really just playing with your money for real. You don't know what the hell going on.
And that's why I tell folks, at least get involved and know what's going on, because you might get lucky. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, I did. I got lucky. The thing is, you got to lose some money.
I'm talking about lucky. Like, it's some of those millionaires that were made, man, people just got lucky. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's plenty coins. I should have made a list of them. It's plenty coins that have like 50x'd, like,
God damn,
within a year span. You know what I'm saying? If you really get in early and you really keep your ear to what's going on, you know what I'm saying? So,
but shit, it's still a lot of coins doing that. Like, in our Telegram group, you post coins all the time where you be like, hey, if you got $40 or $80, you might want to put all that shit in this one.
I be telling people just some lunch money, man. Just skip out on going out to eat once or twice, and
shit. 2 months later, I don't even think it was 2 months later, was it? With that one joint that what's the name of it? It started with a J. Jumaya. This shit look like Jumaya.
Oh, that was a stock. So let me look. What's the name of that stock?
Yeah, I don't know what the name.
Talking about it's an African Amazon competitor.
Some shit like that, but all I know is that shit was $17. Then that shit had like a 300% gain or some shit like that.
Yeah, because it dropped to around $9 or $10, and I'm looking at it like, man, I should send some money over to the brokerage, but I ain't do it. I'm so tunnel vision.
You the one who posted it, and then it was like, I ain't gonna do it though.
No, I mean, it's more, a lot of the stuff I post, man, is because I still keep up with the stocks and the other assets. Like, I still track them pretty close, because it's a mastermind group I'm a part of where I host a stock club meeting every month, and it's kind of shifted into a stock/crypto club. So I gotta stay, you know what I'm saying, stay informed at least with what's going on, and I'm always seeing good plays, because I know basically over these years looking at all these different asset classes and stuff, it's gave me a real good eye as far as spotting correlations between, for example, Bitcoin and the stock market, Bitcoin and gold in the stock market, and just knowing like fundamental charting is I don't want to say it's easy, you know what I'm saying, because it's work, but I've gotten pretty good at spotting good entry points, good buying opportunities before
Good
things turn
trends and
around.
shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to ask more of a social question about like people like us, of course. Like,
Oh,
why is it?
not to cut you off, just another security tip. I meant to say this,
Mhm.
and not necessarily security, but just kind of being aware of what's going on.
Mhm.
When I was talking about the ways I lost money,
Mhm.
like I said, that was holding on to speculative coins too long. When I say speculative, they're they're telling you what they're gonna do in the future.
Right.
It's not, they don't have an active
Movement.
project. Yeah, so
Right.
that, and like I said, the high yield investment program. So one thing you could look out for when people are introducing you to new projects and stuff is
Mhm.
layered referral structures, pyramid structures, stuff like that. Um, I would, for the most part, stay away from those. That's different from a direct referral. You know what I'm saying? A direct referral is
Like
say,
pie.
yeah, Pi or Coinbase. Let's say I give you my Coinbase link, and
Mhm.
I get
I
a
can
I
get on
get a
there
bonus.
and
Yeah,
earn.
yeah, and I get a bonus for you signing up. But it's not like, oh, if you sign somebody up, oh, then I get another bonus. And if they sign somebody up, I
Right.
get,
Right. Right.
like, I would, for the most part, stay away from that
Yeah,
kind of
that's
stuff.
funny as hell.
Yeah.
So I was just gonna ask, a social question as far as like, why can we be on to things that has no value? Like, I ain't gonna say music don't have any value. Obviously, I'm big on music, but we could be the first person on music, but we can't be the first person on crypto. Like, why do you think that is? Like,
Um, it's generally like we have a scary mentality in our community when it comes to doing, especially when it comes to money. Like I was saying earlier, learning something new. We usually late to the party.
yeah,
The people who get the most payoff is going to be the innovators, the early adopters.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like now we seeing more and more.
But people be so scared to like just lose $20. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gonna throw
Man,
that shit away anyways. Like, bruh,
yeah,
it's just $20.
yeah. And see,
Most
that's the thing. Once you do that, you at least get familiar with it. If you just sitting on the sideline waiting and waiting,
Mhm.
and like I said, it's a lot of people, especially since Bitcoin went back up towards 20K,
Mhm.
they start hitting my phone, even though I've been talking about this shit all year. You know what I'm saying? They start
Oh
hitting
yeah,
my
shit for
phone.
years.
Yeah, so I'm like, I can't tell you to buy, you know what I'm saying? It's at we at the top, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
the
saying?
top,
But
yeah, the
if
peak.
you had, yeah, but if you had already put 25, $50 in, you could still do that anyway and figure it out. But if you had already done that, you would
Right.
kind of know how to maneuver and at least be familiar with it. You know what I'm saying? So just lunch money, y'all. Just throw some lunch money in, man.
Just lunch money. That's all. Cause what people don't understand too is,
Not if you eat fast food, but
yeah, just for the beginners, for the beginner people, you don't have to buy a whole bit. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin, like a whole share. This isn't like regular crypto isn't like regular stocks. You don't have to like if you see Bitcoin for $15,000, you don't have to be like, man, where the fuck am I gonna get 15,000?
yeah.
No, you could put $50 towards it, and whenever it goes up, you still can make money from it. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to have the whole amount of whatever you're trying to buy. So that's what
Mm-hmm.
makes crypto a whole lot easier. Like you just throw whatever,
Yeah.
like whatever money you got, just throw towards it. Like it ain't no big deal. Know what's going on now. I ain't just telling you throw any kind of money anywhere, but know what's going on. But 25, 50, 100, 500, however you feeling, throw that
Yep.
shit towards Bitcoin when that bitch is sinking. You know what I'm saying? Because hey,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, like when I was asking you, I said I've talked to a lot of people about Bitcoin, but I still never understood why should I get it. why should I have Bitcoin? And when you was pretty much like, hey, at some point, everybody only had gold. And then the new people had cash. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be left behind with that person who just still holding on to gold, talking about, yeah, nigga, I got all the gold in the world. Like, nah, you want cash. You want to do what's transcendent. You know what I'm saying? What's going to the next level. So the way I see it is this right here is going to be, as you can see, you could, hell, man, with Bitcoin, you could damn near do anything. Like, I plan on putting my son a little, you know what I mean, wallet together, and as he get older, just, you know what I mean, just
And that's the thing. It's so easy to do that type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
Like,
you ain't gotta talk to nobody. You ain't gotta do
you ain't
shit.
give up no IDs to make an account or nothing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? My little girl got a couple little accounts, a couple
That's
little
dope.
wallets that I just stash, and just over time, let it accumulate.
Right. That's dope.
And the funds are so easy to move around. You know what I'm saying? And another little tip, you were speaking on how Bitcoin is divisible. You know what I'm saying? The base unit of Bitcoin is called a Satoshi. 100 million Satoshis equals one Bitcoin. So you can get as little as 100 millionth rather of a Bitcoin. That's how divisible it is. So, of course, now you have transaction fees and different things like that. So
Right.
you wouldn't want to be trying to move around 5 Satoshis or 10 Satoshis, because the transaction is going to cost more than that. But just to get an idea of how divisible it is, I know Cash App makes it real easy to dollar cost average.
I didn't know I could buy that shit with Cash App either.
They make it real easy to dollar cost average in the Bitcoin. And that's what I tell people to do that if you want to invest in cryptocurrency, but you don't want to be an active investor, you know what I'm saying, kind of keeping up with the market, even though you should anyway. But if you just like, hey man, I just want to put a couple dollars in every week, that's dollar cost averaging. So regardless of whether it's up or down, you putting in a couple dollars, you know what I'm saying, whatever you feel every week. But yeah, Cash App give you a way to do that automatically. You want to get $20 in Bitcoin a week, it'll automatically convert $20 a week. And when that add up to a certain amount, you send it out to your own personal wallet or whatever the case. So
right. Now, I'm glad you mentioned Satoshi, because that's something I just learned about when we was doing that post on Hive the other day. I said that to bring up about earning crypto, and what's your thoughts on earning crypto? Because people think that you actually need money to invest in crypto, but you actually don't. You can, like you were showing me, you can actually go on certain social apps and social sites and become a member of the community and trade for that specific site coin. And if that specific site is backed, you can use that coin to trade on the market.
Yep. Yeah, man. It's a bunch of different ways you can earn crypto. That's why I say if you're a beginner, you at least need to get in just with some lunch money and just learn the basics, the fundamentals of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Because until you have that figured out, the earning thing is going to be too much of a learning curve. You're not going to be able to just jump into that. But it's a lot of different things you could do. It's like I said, you can, like we was just talking about, you can blog. If you were a content creator, if you're an artist, is different communities you could plug into, share that content, earn for it. Of course, you being invested in that community would result in you getting better earnings and whatnot. But so you got that aspect. You also got plenty of projects in their startup phases that will pay you interest to hold on to their coin. It's called staking. You basically lock up the coin for a certain period of time.
Right.
watch out for those too, though. You know, you definitely want it to be an established project. You know, so staking is another way. You can invest in gaming platforms. You can play games to earn crypto. It's a game called Splinterlands.
And how you get to that?
Splinterlands is actually it's a couple different ways. I think they just created a mobile app. This is built on top of one of the social platforms we were talking about earlier. It's built on top of the Hive blockchain.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you just Google Splinterlands, you can find different ways to download it and join. But like I said, it's just another example. Folks that's in the gaming, got a lot of time, free time. You know, you could play that on your mobile phone. But and again, with the games, you're not earning big amounts of crypto unless you're heavily invested in the game. Then the stakes are higher. You know, I seen a guy post. He actually paid all his bills for a month from his earnings from Splinterlands. You know what I'm saying? But of course, he had a couple thousand invested in the platform. But so what? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's going to be producing income like that. So
yeah, I mean, why not?
Yeah, and then also now you have check this out when you got time. It's called Rarible, Rarible. So
I'm gonna write that down right now.
So again, if you're a content creator, this is a digital art platform. So people are selling digital art. So they're for as high as, I mean, I've seen some on the regular, like selling for thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying?
So how does that work though? Like
for Ethereum. To not go too deep down the rabbit hole, when if you create a piece of digital art, you go through this platform, and that digital art gets stamped on the blockchain. So it's an actual. These are called non-fungible tokens, NFTs. Like, so I'm gonna try not to go too deep, but NFT is basically a coin or a token that it doesn't have a numerical value attached to it that like shifts up and down.
Right.
The token is specifically a stamp, a digital stamp of this piece of digital art.
So okay, I get that part, but what about what if somebody just look at your shit and then try to screenshot it?
It happens, but and that's usually the first thing people say, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
They still can't go and trade that because it's not attached. It doesn't have the stamp.
Right,
This is the same kind of stamp that makes Bitcoin secure, that makes Ethereum secure. So you can't just copy that stamp on the blockchain. You can't copy that. You can take this screenshot or whatever, just like you could screenshot a picture of the Mona Lisa, but you can't sell it.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to definitely get into that like ASAP.
Yeah, and it's they actually a lot of people are transitioning their music on there too. So definitely check that out.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
So as opposed to putting the digital art on a stamp, people are putting music on the blockchain. It's a lot of different platforms doing that. I'm really trying to pinpoint who's going to be the leader in that, you know, because I want to play with that a little bit.
So who's been like your biggest? I don't want to say who put you in crypto, because that sounds like some gang shit, nigga. Who put you in crypto, nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, who's your biggest? Like your biggest, I guess, mentor, so to speak. Like when you start talking about that.
I would probably three individuals. I would say one guy. This is one of the few people that you can actually say is an authority on Bitcoin. mostly everybody else is kind of just still figuring it out for the most part. Some people more knowledgeable than others, but this guy has been there since the inception.
Yeah.
Some of the coding groups that I guess made edits on the initial code, he was kind of in those networks. But his name is Andreas Antonopoulos. Um, so yeah, try to remember that. But his name is Andreas
Andreas
Andreas.
Antonopoulos.
I'm gonna type his name in the chat so you can have it at least.
I'm gonna fuck around typing Andy Milonakis, goddamn.
And this might not be 100% spelled correct, but that's pretty much what it is.
All good.
He's if you study his material, you will at least understand Bitcoin. He's great at breaking it down to to the base level. Andreas Antonopoulos. Also, my guy Amir, man, Chicago crypto hustler. That's the moniker he go by. We got in the space, I believe, around the same time. I haven't even met him physically, but we communicate over some of these different social media platforms.
Right.
And we were in some of the same chats when we first got into the space. And since that time, he's just taken the what's the best way to say this? He's dove deeper into the space than me. I'll say that, and I'm deep in there. But as far as he's a master on the charts. He's a beast on the charts. So he always making calls. He has his private chats and things you can be a part of. Definitely check him out on IG or YouTube. Like he breaks down the content real well. It's
I got you.
Chicago Crypto Hustlers.
I think you sent the link in our Telegram group too.
Yeah,
I was checking out some of it, and he was going crazy. He was going crazy.
He a beast, man. And like I said, some of the stuff you'll see him touch on in the chat we have. I don't delve into too much. Like I understand it, but until I'm comfortable that everybody at least got the fundamentals down, I don't even want them playing too deep. You mess around, lose your money, don't know how to send it right. You know what I'm saying? Anything. So, but but
I think that's part of the game though. Like if you don't know what's going on, go ahead and get $10, $20. Go buy some. I'm gonna tell you the best way to do it. If you don't know what's going on, get $20. Go look at a chart. Go look for some penny stocks that's doing bad or doing good. But I always choose the ones that's doing bad, just so if I put $10, $15 in there and then they do have some type of positive, I feel a whole lot fucking better. Then getting some green shit that look like it's sky rising. And as soon as you put your money, because I'm gonna tell you, as soon as you put your money in that shit, you can be like, man, I thought this shit was doing good. That shit happened to me so many times, bro.
The market is set up to play on people's psychology. So like I said, now with Bitcoin being at the top, that's when people calling me. Like, nah, you should have been calling me when it was 10,000, 11,000. When I was saying it's a good time, when I kept saying buy Ethereum under $400, but now you want to look at it when it's, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah,
so
man.
Look, so I'm glad we covered a lot of bases on some of the basic what is crypto, like is it regular stock? Can you put more? Like how much? Not how much, but do you have to buy a whole share? Stuff like that. Those are a lot of questions I get, and I'm not even a pro. I just try to get people my goal is just to get people to start. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Start. Just jump off the porch, bro. You ain't got to be. You know what I'm saying?
And then, not to cut you off, a lot of people don't know. I think they're rolling it out January of next year. The U.S. is coming out with I've been telling people this since like March or April, but U.S. is going to release it's called a CBDC, a central bank digital currency. So they're wiping out cash. It's coming, man. And they're going to use digital currency to wipe out cash. You know, it's going to be gradual, you know, but the cash is going to slowly devalue.
Akon said this shit too. Akon said this shit a while back. Like he's like,
Yeah,
bruh, what make you think that the US dollar can't fade away? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Y'all
No,
sitting around with bags of money and that shit gonna be worthless.
yeah, and peak game. Told you I be into the estate planning. My mentor in that, he he put me onto this IMF paper, you know, the International Monetary Fund. They pretty much lay it out, man. And that's the thing with these folks. They gonna tell you what they gonna do. It might not be on the news, but if you
Yeah.
looking where you're supposed to look, you know what I'm saying, got the right sources. But what they gonna do, they're gonna introduce the digital dollar
Mm-hmm.
and start incorporating that. How they're initially gonna start devaluing the actual physical cash.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a 1% charge, like a 1% interest charge for using cash. They're gonna charge the banks. So they're gonna say, hey banks, if you got our CBDCs is worth $1, but if you processing this cash, we're gonna charge you 1%. So that's
Ooh,
going to be happening every year on top of whatever other inflation tricks they got up their sleeve. You know what
that's crazy.
I'm
That's
saying?
crazy as hell. That's
Yeah, yeah.
stupid crazy. Cause
They
it's like,
slick, slick.
yeah, hell yeah. Cause if you don't get in on this shit, it's people out here who still don't even have bank accounts, cuz. You
Yeah,
feel what I'm
man.
saying? Like niggas, it's a lot of people who just ain't, they don't want to change. You know what I'm saying? And like if you don't change, you dead. Like if you don't grow, you dead. You feel what I'm saying? If you
Exactly,
can't adapt, like you can't be a hustler if you can't adapt to any situation. So
exactly.
it's like if you really just ignoring this shit and think you just finna hop in at the last minute, well, you finna be stupid dead. Like extra
Yeah,
dead.
yeah, and then another thing, like just being in the space for this long,
Mm-hmm.
not to predict the future, but man, we gonna take another dip at some point. It might not be till January or February, you know what I'm saying? But I think in the near future, we're gonna see Bitcoin hit around at least 12, 13K. You know what I'm saying? That's what the chart's saying, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
who knows? But that's what that does too. Like it's like the Bitcoin, how the value is built into the protocol, like it's set up to play on people's emotions too, just like the market.
What?
So what that big dip is going to do whenever it does drop to 13, 14K, you know what I'm saying? If that does happen, all
Mm-hmm.
these newcomers who just got in at 18 and 19, they're gonna be like, I'm done, man, I'm through.
Sick. They're gonna be
And
sick. They're gonna be sick as hell.
yeah,
Do
and the
you think this is
corporation,
on some conspiracy shit? Do you think this is some new world order shit? Like, do
that's
you
that. Just from the reading I've done and the study, that's definitely a possibility as far as
because they've been talking about killing the dollar where you can't
yeah,
buy or sell for shit, nigga,
yeah,
since I've been in church. You feel what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and tracking every dollar people move around. So yeah,
Exactly.
that's that could definitely be what's happening. And like I said, yeah, just based on the reading I've done and the study and kind of the goals that different institutions have with monetary policy, if they could really lock down the Bitcoin and if they really were involved in the creation of it, that's it. That's the one world currency that, you know what I'm saying, that we've been
Everybody need
looking
it
at.
that they've been planning to have.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay. Well, look, it's been a good conversation, but we coming up on a personality trivia. Give
um,
people more of a, I guess, a idea of what kind of person you are. And so this is something new. I did plan on doing this with my last guest, but we didn't do a video or whatever. But it's whatever. So personality trivia coming up. You have 3 seconds to answer each question. If you cannot answer,
And not 5.
You got 3. Yeah, 5 is too easy. 3 seconds to answer each question. If you cannot answer within the allotted time given, I will have to move on from Z question.
My smoke, man. You can't be doing me like that, man.
So it's a personality trivia, but it's also kind of like a boss type thing because boss has to make good decisions in small amount of time. So yeah. So let me know when you're ready, man.
All right, man. Let me focus. I'm just gonna shoot at me. All right, we good.
You ready? All right, 3, 2, 1. Funniest movie of all time.
Funniest movie of all time. Super Bad.
Okay. Best book you've ever read. 3, 2.
The Tipping Point. Malcolm Gladwell.
Okay, cool. What's your number? Hold on, Tipping Point. What's that about?
Man, the Tipping Point, man. That is Malcolm Gladwell. I would say the Tipping Point and Blink. Them probably my two of my favorite books ever, man. But The Tipping Point basically shows you what components kind of come together to make an idea really take off, blow up. And not just the idea, even a disease. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's a dope book.
I'm gonna have to check it out. Point. All right, get back focused. What's your number one food to go to? 3, 2,
veggie
1.
Lasagna.
Ooh. I ain't gonna lie, Health for Essence veggie lasagna is that shit out of here, dog. I ain't even gonna lie. Ooh, anybody who don't know, if you go to Atlanta downtown, get you some Healthful Essence. That shit is bomb.
Healthful Essence and Wadada ATL in West End.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. This one might throw. I'm gonna actually give you 5 seconds for this one because this one gonna throw you off because it's like, all right. Best rapper alive. 4, 3, 2, 1. I already knew it was gonna throw you off. Look, we got one more question and then we gonna end it. All right, $250,000 cash or $1 million credit. 3.
Oh, $250,000 cash, easy.
Oh yeah, you already know.
If somebody say that, they don't even know money because with $250,000 cash, you can put that down on something and get 10x credit for that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. All right. Man, that was good. I feel like that was a good informative episode, man.
Oh yeah, good deal, man. Definitely.
First video. Glad to have you on here, bro. Where can we reach you at? And where can we get your course at too? What does your course have to offer, by the way?
The course, like I said, I don't go down deep into any rabbit holes on the course. It's focused on teaching the fundamentals of what blockchain is, you know what I'm saying, what purpose it's serving. Then from that, I build into what is Bitcoin, you know what I'm saying, on why Bitcoin is the big dog, you know what I'm saying, like why that's where the focus is.
So you don't get off of Bitcoin or Ethereum, do you?
Yeah, nah. So after Bitcoin, I touch on Ethereum, you know, because Ethereum was first with the smart contracts, and that's really what changed the game. So,
and explain to people real quick what is smart contract, because Ethereum is smart contracts, but what is a smart contract?
Okay, I guess to do a quick comparison first, Bitcoin, just how you can send an email online, Bitcoin is the internet of money. So Bitcoin and blockchain makes it to where you can send money like an email. Oh man, what was the question again? Where was I supposed to go with that?
Ethereum is smart. Well, what's a smart contract?
All right, yeah. So Ethereum, what that gives you the ability to do is in that same kind of transaction, As opposed to sending money, you can actually send a contract. You can send obligations, you know what I'm saying? So if X, then Y, you know, and
Okay.
that can get as complex as the coder can make it. So Ethereum is really what allows complex like self-banking. To give a quick example of that, let's say I have one Ethereum and I want to do some self-banking. I could lock my Ethereum.
Oh, your mic went out. Mic went out. Oh, there you go.
You good?
Yep, we good.
Where I cut out at?
You said if you want to do some self banking, you could
Okay.
lock your Ethereum in.
Yeah, you can lock your Ethereum into what's called a decentralized finance platform. That's this hot term DeFi you'll hear about. Like I won't go too deep into that because, like I said, that's kind of delving a little deep. But I could lock up my Ethereum into a DeFi platform, take out a loan against that using that Ethereum as collateral, and either cash it out or buy some other coins, but I would still have my Ethereum,
Right.
whole Ethereum as collateral.
It's kind of like refinancing almost.
Yeah. Pretty much you're getting the ability to use the same value twice. You know?
So the people who don't understand, let's say for instance you had one Bitcoin, and let's just say Bitcoin was worth 10,000 at the time. So in reality, you paid $10,000 for that one Bitcoin. But with this smart contract, it allows you to kind of take money out of the Bitcoin. You still own the Bitcoin, but now you can take 50% out. Ain't it like 50%?
Yeah, usually roughly what you will see on the different platforms is between 50 and a max of around 70, 75.
70, 75.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But
you'll
you
be able
don't
to
want to
take.
take out that much, but
So say for instance, guys, if you had to pay a bill, but you also want to keep your Bitcoin, you would be able to take 50 to 75% of that 10,000 out. So you could take out 5,000 in actual physical cash, or send that cash back to your bank account and invest that money into other coins if you wanted to. So so that's kind of like borrowing against yourself while you owe. But the thing is now, you can't get rid of the whole Bitcoin like once you're done, or whatever coin you're taking out against. Like you can't get rid of it. You still have to put that money back in order for you to actually get rid of it, or if you want to trade it. So that's the only thing.
Yep.
That's a very interesting thing, because I wanted to talk about what's that, compound, but
Yeah.
we'll leave that for another episode, man, because that's a little bit for the intermediate / expert.
And if somebody do want to at least just dig in and do some homework, yeah, just look into Aave. That's AAVE. That's one platform. That's the platform I actually use. Compound. I've used Compound before, and Maker rather. Those are the three most trusted platforms. It's over $1 billion locked up between these couple platforms. Last I looked, the total dollar amount locked in DeFi was like $15 billion.
God damn.
Yeah.
What was the I'm looking at through my notes or whatever. What was the funniest movie you said you seen?
Oh, Superbad, man.
Superbad, that's right.
I was like Superbad or Friday, man, but Superbad, I can watch that movie, you know what I'm saying, 1,000,000 times, man. They be in there clowning.
One of my favorite joints, I ain't gonna lie, is Tales from the Hood. I ain't gonna lie, that shit's so funny to me.
Oh man, yeah, that's classic.
Yes, sir, man. But shit, I appreciate you for being on the show, bro.
Hey, appreciate you for having me, man. We gonna be able to
you already know. You already know. So shit, we gonna chop it up soon. I'm gonna hit up that rare website, or that
Rareable. I'll type that in for you too.
Yeah. I got it in my. I got pretty much everything in my notes. But yeah, Rarible.com. I'm gonna check that out. Um, let's see what else we got. And Ave and I was gonna get into some of the charts that they could look at to try to learn like where to get some of their info from. But I'll let them come to your course for that. And where can they get the course at?
Okay, the course is versesolutions.thinkific. So think, you know what I'm saying? Like you're thinking about something, ific, IFIC.com.
So
Versesolution.thinkific.com.
So
Yep.
VERSED
Yep.
SOLUTIONS.
Yep.
And what was the other part?
Versesolutions.thinkific.
Oh, versesolutions.thinkific. IFIC.
Yep.
.com. Yep. So that's how you get that. I'm finna actually get that.
Yeah, I definitely check that out, man. The people who have took the course, like they say it.
Damn, your mic went out soon as you started talking.
My bad, my shit tripping right now.
Oh, there you go. You good.
What's the last thing you heard?
So you said the people who said something about the course, they said
they said it laid a base, you know what I'm saying? And that was kind of my intention, you know what I'm saying? To
okay. So you gain some type of
like,
foundation.
oh, that's what, yeah. You would get the foundational understanding. And I dropped some resources in there too. So you can from there you kind of know where to do some homework. And the course come with a free consultation too. If you want to reach out to me, I get a free 30-minute consultation just to, you know, help solidify all the information.
Right.
Yeah. So there, yeah, that's what the course is. On IG, you can check me out, Verse Solutions. Got a podcast coming real soon, VersedMoney.
I'm gonna be there. And I definitely promote you on mine and my G. So let's get it.
Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the love.
No problem, bro. No problem. Shit. But what I'm about to do is hop on some of this Thanksgiving food. You know what I'm saying? Probably don't eat no more because I've been eating like a damn dog eat bologna. You hear me? But shit, I'm finna get on it though, man.
Indeed.
Once again, I appreciate you for coming on. I know you don't really be doing a lot of video chatting and all that type of shit.
Nah, man, I'm dark, man. The crypto space dark.
Yeah, I already know it, man.
Underground, man. Underground.
So yeah, I really appreciate that, man. We're gonna try to drag a few more brothers into this world, man, because I know they want to hop in.
Oh, yeah, man. Like I said, early adopters get the most reward, man.
Yeah,
just
man.
Got to be in the right circle. Right.
This pie actually look like it's probably gonna pay off. To be honest.
Yeah.
Like I said,
a lot of homework on it.
Yeah, man, I've been doing a lot of homework.
Yeah, like I said, it looked like a solid project.
Yeah, the groups that's in there, the groups that I'm in, everybody's talking about it. Like somebody's talking about either one person, two people, they talking about it. And I'm in like 3 or 4 groups, and like I'm talking about everybody's talking about it. And they saying, you know, the first 10 million right now, if you don't know about Pi, it's supposed to be I don't know, I guess like the next big thing like Bitcoin or whatever. And they saying the first 10 million pioneers, that's what they call it, pioneers. First 10 million people who actually mine it or whatever, they'll be the ones getting the airdrop for all these random coins or whatever. So, and they're supposed to have a national launch in March. So it's good to keep up with this pie, because who knows, you may be able to trade this stuff for Bitcoin, and it may be actually worth something in the future. And I don't want to do what I did in the past to you know, prevent myself from making some cash.
Yeah. And everybody understand, like, he's not saying go out and buy Pi. I don't even know if you can buy it yet.
I don't think so. Not unless you get your money took. Somebody out there willing to sell you some fake ass pie, a slice of
Yeah,
damn pie.
it's
That's
just a new, it's just a new project. You know, it's a they're actually enabling you to mine on your phone, and it seemed like it got some real backing. You know, I did a little homework on the team, so I'm at least checking it out. You
right,
know,
right,
just
right.
keeping up with it. It is an app that's that you download on your phone, so that's one security risk. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like I said, sometimes you gotta just do your own, make your own judgments. You know, when it comes to
Absolutely.
projects. So
Absolutely. Don't just take our word for it. Do some research, man. I mean,
yeah, this is not
it's a lot of
financial
information.
advice.
Yeah,
You
it's a lot of
need
information.
financial advice, get a financial advisor.
Absolutely. Because I don't need nobody hit me up. Boy, you made me lose about 500. Like, I ain't making your ass do a goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? You know how niggas get, boy.
Follow
So,
you first.
man, what? Man, that's how that shit work.
So
But yeah, man.
um,
Appreciate you, man. Once again, we
yeah,
got my guy
man.
B from
Appreciate
Verse
you guys.
Solution. Glad to have him. And Spook, I'm signing out, brother.
Peace, peace. Yeah, I get play with a couple coins, man.
Oh yeah, I'm about to do that in just a second.
So all right, bro. Peace.
Indeed. Peace, brother.